The road to the top is a riddle. What will be my destiny? Money and fame are awaiting, but not enough is raining on me. Maybe I should give it all up. How much more can I take? Out here singing to the heavens. When I gonna get my break? I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. How will I get out of the jungle? Everybody wanna stop me. 10 more steps up the mountain. Now everybody's looking for me. Spend my life in the desert till something changed inside of me. Now I'm flying over oceans. Everybody looking at me. I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Full power, get louder. I'ma get strong, just watch me. Full power, get louder. I'ma get strong, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. Gonna hear my song, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. I can run this town. Somebody give me the key. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. No more doubt about me. Oh, I can run this town. Don't you know I got the Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes. And you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. You're the new MC, you got the remix. Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick. Everywhere you go, you bring the roof down. Everybody knows you got your own sound. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, yeah, you like it, the way you like it now. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, so good, so fresh. Get up on your feet. Show me you got soul. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown.
Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been tested so much, all these wrestlers nice. All these different situations that I've been through. I seen pain trying to creep in through the window, but now I'm sliding through the hood in a Benzo. You gotta separate yourself just to elevate. I keep some drink in my cup to see through the hate. Sometimes on the road to glory, you gotta press the brakes. I got a lesson plan for all my past mistakes. I swear I'm proud of all my best and my worst days. Proud of all my feet when I touch the ground. Front of 8 at Beijing, man, they know the sound. I know I made mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me then, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. I'm faced with a lot of different choices these days. Do a rock and roll Lex account of Blueface. The whole world know my name off a mixtape. I still got the same brothers since 6th grade. G-Wagon, red seats, we on Biscayne. Trips to the Florida Keys, we imported these. Thanking God for the life he afforded me. All this jewelry on my body, acting like the hood. I need a brown skinned chick just like Megan Good. Holding up every promise that I ever made. Music in the background, it's a serenade. Been rapping 10 years, boy, this ain't a phase. I paid dues, paid rent, and I stayed the same. I had teardrops running down my face. I've been through a lot, I had real pain. But thank God, cause we really on the better days. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. What's a life without sacrifice? Sometimes you gotta thank God and just roll the dice. Pacino.
speakers calm below. I'll keep going till my speakers calm below. I'll keep going till my speakers calm below. I'll keep going till my till my speakers calm. I'll keep going till my speakers calm below. 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 Till my speaker calm. I'll keep going till my speaker calm below. I'll keep going till my speaker calm below. I'll keep going till my speaker calm below. I'll keep going till my speaker calm below.
The road to the top is a riddle. What will be my destiny? Money and fame are awaiting, but not enough is raining on me. Maybe I should give it all up. How much more can I take? Out here singing to the heavens. When I gonna get my break? I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. How will I get out of the jungle? Everybody wanna stop me. 10 more steps up the mountain. Now everybody's looking for me. Spend my life in the desert till something changed inside of me. Now I'm flying over oceans. Everybody looking at me. I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Full power, get louder. I'ma get stronger, just watch me. Full power, get louder. I'ma get stronger, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. Gonna hear my song, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. I can run this town. Somebody give me the key. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. No more doubt about me. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, don't you know I got the Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes. And you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. You're the new MC.
ESL presents ESL Challenger League in partnership with Intel, Acer Predator, DHL, and Checks.
All right, we're here with some ESL Challenger League Season 51 in North America. We've got some lower bracket action in Cup number 1. I am JRT, joined by Exner. Cole, how you doing?
Doing good, doing good. Looking forward to some North American action. Just got to cover some stuff in South America. It's been a fun circuit. I like the ECL format with the cups and all of that, so always looking forward to carrying forward the conversation here.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, we're going to have an interesting matchup for you guys today. It's going to be a Mythic up against Outfit 49. And Each team trying to stave off elimination. We're going to check out the upper bracket to see how they got here, as that's going to come on your screens. And I believe, Outfit 49, we're going to get the upper bracket eventually. There we go. It's coming.
Hey.
But yeah, Outfit 49, which might be listed as Phoenix here. They are. Their former name. They lost to Rave 0-2, so that's why they're here. And Mythic 0-2 to Voca. I believe both matches. Well, I know the Mythic one was relatively one-sided, and yeah, even the Rave match was also the same. So kind of the expected results, I would say.
Yeah, I think both these teams getting sent into the lower bracket. Maybe not a massive surprise. I still like what I'm seeing out of the Outfit 49 squad here, as you said, listed as Phoenix on this bracket. But, while Rave still making strides, they're still competing here. They're still trying to play for a little bit of pride and coming in with some energy here in this season of Challenger League. That definitely is something they're looking to right the ship with. But got a victory over SBE. I think that's a nice one, although that team feels like they're in constant disarray, maybe.
I think that might have been a forfeit.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, there you go. The point proven. But
yes.
It's opportunity for this Outfit 49 squad to try and pick up some more wins. I'm interested to see the Mythic roster. It's been a while since I've last gotten to watch these guys play out, and always fun to watch them get into the server. So good to see Flam and the gang playing things out with a kind of a different look roster.
Yeah, without a doubt. And just checking out the prize pool here, of course, for this cup. First place gets a cool $8,000. Second, 4K. Third, 2K. And even a fourth, fifth, and sixth collecting 1.5 and 1,000K respectively. So a 17.5K prize pool. Not too shabby at all. So a lot up for grabs for these squads. But yeah, I mean, look, we already mentioned it. We got Mythic. We got Outfit 49 facing off against each other. Looking at this match at face value, I think it's really interesting, and we're going to see the Mythic roster come through. Mythic haven't played that many matches over the last 3 months. I think they've only played 2 BO3s, and I'm fairly certain that the last one wasn't great, but they did win against Sakura. So I can never get a read on what's going to happen with them, Cole, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing we know is that this team is going to be struggling up against the upper echelons of ECL. I think they've just simply been, over the years, put a little bit further down. Maybe could benefit from some practice, but obviously they're just a stream team, so they're not going to do that. And I think that's going to be an interesting challenge here when you look at this Phoenix Alpha 49 squad, is that they are a team that's putting in the reps, they're putting in the practice, they're playing a lot of online matchups, consistently putting in work in the space, where we see these guys work out CCT, constantly putting pressure on some of the better rosters. You see them play out on LAN, Flum's LAN, as a matter of fact, doing good work there, taking maps off the best of the best. And that's going to be to their benefit as we try to make it through their campaign here versus this team in Mythic.
Yeah, and I think that there's been some good results for Outfit 49 as of late. They defeated In Control, they defeated Regain as well, and they had a win against Sakura too, which also Mythic did as well. Anyway, let's check out the veto that's going to come through. We got Anubis ban by Outfit 49, Mythic ban, Ancient, Dust 2 pick through, which honestly is going to be interesting because I think both squads can play pretty well there, and that's the usual pick here for Outfit 49. Let's see what Mythic decide to go with in this case. I imagine they're going to pick Nuke, perhaps? Let's see. Nuke! Yes, indeed. They picked that the last 2 BO3s, and they've had mixed results. So the 13-6 win against Sakura and the 5-13 loss against Voca, which means our leftover map will be Mirage. This is not a bad veto at all for Mythic, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, kind of keeping things a little bit simplified here in terms of the veto here and some of the maps, trying to bring through a Dust 2 out of the gates for Outfit 49. As you said, they're playing to their own strengths here, as they should, and as a confident team. I feel like Nuke, because Nuke is a map that we got to watch Outfit 49 win on LAN versus NRG. That was a little bit of an early iteration of NRG. They were still getting slotted in. I don't think the playbook, to be honest, was fully fleshed out heading into that Flomland event. maybe showed more in the grand final, probably showed in some of the group stage games where they did take a map loss to this Outfit 49 squad. Since then, they haven't really been able to carry forward some of the same consistency ever since, making some roster changes. They've lost, 5 best or maps in a row on this map of Nuke, to Rave, to In Control, to Boss, to Zomblers, to Lag. And none of them were particularly close here. So it does put into question, maybe Mythic can start to strike back a little bit.
Look, Mythic have been known to pull off upsets before, surprising wins, let's say. So I never count them out of any match, even though they're technically just a stream team. There are names that are interesting. I mean, Ponalone always stands out to me. He was one of my favorite players when he was on that Party Astronaut squad, and I can relate. He's an older guy. I am too. We can both still play CS. There you go. I mean, that's the reality of it. But yeah, no, I'm an opper. He is too. I mean, whatever. I can't compare to Pone. He's above my level in many ways. Maybe when I was younger, I was closer.
You can keep up with him. Don't worry.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe. But they got an interesting squad. I'm just saying, like, Cooper in his heyday was very strong. Heiza's had his moments in previous squads, and Truck Lover even. He's great with the Deagle. We've had some clips come through from him. So, of course, Flom. Like, we can't forget Flom. So, I mean, overall, you've got a squad of veterans that can still play CS pretty well. So you never really know what you're going to get.
You got a bunch of grizzled vets. Don't catch them on a good day.
Yes.
It's going to be tough to take this team down. That's what you're saying there. And I agree with you, man. It's a team that has, a whole lot of experience here. And if everyone can play at their peaks, this is not going to be so straightforward here for Outfit 49. That's for sure. I'm definitely in agreement there in terms of, the sort of inconsistency maybe in the roster as well. Outfit 49, I think, still have some things to hammer away at. I don't think it should cost them in this series. I think this is going to be an opportunity to try and gain some confidence, but by no means are Mythic going to bow to this one for free. I think they could put up a really good fight and continue that conversation always of a gatekeeper team like they were back in the day.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And looking at the recent results here, we already talked about Voka and Sakura, but if you go back a little bit further in their advanced season, they did defeat Fisher College and Phoenix as well, 2-1. So, I mean, they did really well in advance to the point where they qualified for, I believe, this cup, right? And all of the ECL cups that were coming through. And then you look at the other side. Technically, tonight, they're going to be called Phoenix, folks, so we're going to go with that name. They had the 0-2 previously in this cup itself, and then against Regain in Control, got those wins, and Regain, again, it was a loss. So they kind of go back and forth with Regain, which I would consider like the lower tier of ECL right now, maybe like around the advanced level in terms of that squad. But I kind of expect bigger things from Phoenix based upon the roster change they made. I don't know if that's going to be reflected here again. Like I think J Chance may still be playing in this cup. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah. Sometimes they only know it because I'm with you, right? We've been playing with soccer and some of the CCTs, and it's roster locks for ECL that come out, and you got to figure those out early. So maybe J Chance still going to be rocking with the old squad here to continue efforts with this squad as well. Stats here. Again, I guess we can highlight more so the maps that they're comfortable on. I still think, the Nuke side of things is maybe not 14%, but they have had a little bit of maybe regression on that map here, given the roster changes. And that's to be expected with the intricacies of Nuke and such. You should be, struggling when roster moves come down to play the more complex maps, because you got to get your protocols back down. And especially when it comes to MDS kind of taking a short stint with the op for a couple of maps there, and then also Zocker finally being slotted into this team, and some of the results, it's just been up and down for this team. And I think with time we're going to see them get back to those really sharp protocols that got them going on the T side. It just can't forget that the NRG performance there, it felt like it was them outclassing and outmaneuvering Nitro, which I think to me is like the biggest positive sign you can really ask for a young roster, because that's experience, that's veterancy, and in the highest of levels there, and they were able to deal with that, at least for a map.
No, I agree with you, and I'm surprised by the recent results on Nuke. Really, like, the fact of the matter is they looked impressive. You know, back when they played against that NRG squad, when they were Phoenix, of course. They're still, God, that's confusing me, because obviously their name's different for this cup, but you know, that was an impressive result, and I think their stats were better previously with like that old core than they are now, and we were talking about it already, like some of the impressive results that we'd gotten on Nuke and how well they played, but you know, they've been grinding it out so far here as of late in February, and all of the Nuke matches have really been losses except for one of them, right? That overnight match. Everything else has been difficult, which is again, like, very shocking to me based upon how strong they've been and the way we've seen them play this map.
Got no doubt about it. And again, you know, dealing with Mythic, I'd be interested to see what the squad's going to look like here. I mean, I think all of these maps that we're going to be seeing, maybe not so much on Mirage, but you know, on the follow-ups here, Dust 2 and Nuke can trust in the double ops quite a bit. You can find success in that. So, you know, whoever wants to get that going for Mythic to try and heat up a little bit can be a little bit of a success story. And in my brain here, it still feels like Phoenix entering into this one as the favorites, but I think there is some opportunity for Mythic to cause a little bit of commotion. I hope to see that again. You know, it feels right that Mythic are in ECL now. I've kind of missed them in this environment here. You know, they have been gone for a little while, and you know, happy to have them back, that's for sure. But to see them be able to get to this position is already proof of concept that they can deal with some of the teams in this cup as well. And, you know, previously Phoenix, with a different iteration of the roster, were one of them to make it here.
Yeah, I think Mythic are just generally a fun team to watch too, you know, because they got the stream team thing going, and they tend to try to go for some more entertaining plays because of that. So in general, they can come through with some excitement and get through with highlight reel plays in some cases. Like we were talking about Truck Lover with his Deagle, he just pops off sometimes. It's pretty fun. But whether it's fun or not, I think it's still a matter of if you're facing off against a team that's practiced, a team that's going through, you know, the motions in terms of getting their strats in order, you know, going through a lot of mechanical practice as well. It's difficult for them to perform against them because they're just not doing that anymore. Maybe they used to, but not now.
Yeah. Again, not able to get the consistent reps, and this used to be, I think, the sort of players that they would be able to dispatch of fairly consistently. Think about, you know, when I first started casting and they were still like a consistent playoff team for the ECL side of things, and you just kind of look back and you say it's kind of positive that a team that isn't practicing isn't necessarily thriving in North America. I think it's showing that there is some talent and some hard work that's being built that is growing in NA past the point that Mythic can just rely on having better players, having, you know, talent there that can outmatch competition that is grinding out. I think that is a positive spin on things there that we can look forward to. But we're live. We're into the action there. Apologies for the delay. We'll hop into play here on Dust 2. We'll see what we have for a pistol here. It's 5 bits of armor. He said that Mythic like to put on a show here. They're going to need to bring it on this pistol around here without any kits or utility.
I agree with your point, though, but you know, North American Counter-Strike progressing in a positive way. Like, I've definitely felt it lately. There's a lot more interesting teams, and it feels like you said, you can't have a team that's just going to rely purely on firepower and find victory anymore, which is good. Anyway, let's get into the action. We've got 1:12 on the clock. No frags yet, but here come Phoenix. Moving in towards the side. Heiza gets one, Cooper another. This is all going to be Mythic, it seems. J-Chance is, in fact, playing. It's the first time in a while he's been here, and it feels like he's hungry for blood. Gets a couple there, and a third. Hello, J-Chance. Welcome back to the server. He's going to get the bomb planted. Trying to pull this back for his squad, and it's happening here. I thought this one was signed, sealed, and delivered in favor of Mythic Cole, but Pone alone now has to clutch a 1v2.
See what he can bring to the table here. All of a sudden found to be the hero now for this side of Mythic, and got to find some headshots to back it up. Again, there is no kit present, and just more time buying measures coming through out of J-Chance, not giving up a duel on the site, buying so much time here for his teammate to just delay here. Voltarok already past the point of the 10 seconds. Knifes out for Pone. He's able to send in a stab. Again, always putting on a show here, but the round is still confirmed off the back of the 2v5.
That is wild stuff. I mean, look, before J-Chance, I guess, was benched by this Phoenix roster, now he's back, at least for this match, I was pretty impressed with what he was putting forward. Like, he was really looking good in terms of the mechanics, better than we expected, because he just kind of stepped up and started to perform really well. I'd say like in the last like 20 or so maps that he'd played with the squad. So it was a little surprising to me that once they kind of switched over to that new organization, that they didn't bring him along with them.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think there's a big conversation to be had that he was bringing in. Performance versus tougher competition specifically.
Yeah.
Was really able to handle, some of the best teams, and that to me is a really good sign.
The NRG match in particular, right?
Yeah, and to be able to prove that, that's kind of the ceiling that you want to have. So having someone that can maybe get you there, someone that you think would like to keep, but off the back of a knife kill, Pone alone opens things up. He gets a rifle in hand. There's MDS to trade things back here, and nice flashbang to force Truck Loper and his deagle off for a little bit, but not for long. Can't slow this guy down with his deeg. It's a clean connection there on the Honest.
Talked about Truck Lover's deagle. It is an impressive one, to say the least. Maybe he's got more to show us. Let's see. He does! There's a second, finally! He is put down, but he's given his team a 3v2 edge. Smoking to get tossed there for Cat. I think that Flom just wants to run through it. No, backs off now. He's got support coming from long. Oh, I thought that was going to be a better nade than it actually ended up being. In terms of damage done, it felt like it was going to land right at their feet. Good eye from MDS, watching for that boost to come through. J-Chance takes care of Hyza, and while it looked promising for Mythic for a moment, it's now just Flom with the scout.
And hopeful scout tag's not going to connect. Stick around here. Got to be careful for the bomb blast and the cutoff now as well. Trying to get a maybe better gun to hold on to. But that is not a luxury that can be afforded right now. And helped out by the bomb blast here. He's going to tuck away and cover and stay alive. Crab walking his way into hanging around here for a little while longer. It's going to be the scout save, but some of these clean connections, the shots from Truck Lover offered up, still feeling nullified.
So 2-0 in favor of Phoenix. Mythic. Not going to fully invest. Half buy coming through. Or I should say light buy, because only a couple players have armor. Truck Lover. Looking to hit some shots. He does again. J-Chance gone. And now we have Phoenix kind of just backing off. Pumping the brakes a little bit. Trying to avoid Truck's deagle.
Hannes hasn't maybe learned his lesson after that last round.
Yeah.
That is something you want to avoid. For now, though, Truck Lover won't oblige a fight. Gonna keep himself tucked and covered for now. I mean, at the end of the day, Phoenix have got to make the first move here in this round, and continuing to slow them down is a good sign for the Pistols. Honest continues to be distracted by these non-committal duels. But up towards the catwalk here and into the Hyza Deeg. They go. A little long flank coming through as well from Cooper. Puts some pressure on, trying to secure some positioning, but Gabe is able to break through with a kill. Blom connects a scout headshot. A lot of these players in one scoutable territory, but the bomb is going to go down and cat control is maintained. Oh. Bomb blast catches Gabe off guard. Did some additions to the radius here. Flom gonna run around the corner. Nothing really to lose for him. He'll go down in doing so, just as a little parting gift for this T side. We'll get onto the gun rounds immediately. I'm seeing Cooper rocking the op here.
Yeah. I mean, typically Cooper has been opping. You have 3 oppers right now on Mythic. You have Flom, you have Cooper, and Pone. So if ever there's a time for a triple op setup, you know you can do it here. But I think Flom gave up the opping a little while ago to allow Cooper to just take care of that role, and I think Flom just prefers rifling in CS2 right now in a lot of cases. So that's what he's been rolling with. I'm just surprised that Pone doesn't get a chance more often to like kind of take that op. I feel like he's pretty potent with it, but yeah, Cooper, yeah, he's good. He's good too. Nice shot onto Valtorok to make it a 5v4.
Yeah, taking a nice angle. Finds the success here. Flash setup for Heiza? Is it going to be coming through in time? There's the flash. There's the pop. They dodged it though, or it didn't go deep enough, and that is easily avoided for the trade back and return. Here comes a counter execute here. Flom ready on the rifle, trying to commit to a duel, but doesn't feel comfortable enough to go all in. And great util combo setup. It's going to force Flom into a very condensed location. They deal with the long lurk though. J-Chance sideline. And it's another 4v3 here ahead in the post plant. This time a little bit more stabilized. And Cooper continues to cut them down, as does Gabe, though. In the meantime, it's Flom trying to work his way up the ramp side. And Gabe's attention has to be split between the Opper and this player coming up the site here. Flashbang going through. It's Cooper that has the kit, but the kill coming through from Cooper means there's plenty of time on the defuse.
All right, Mythic pulling it off this time. It's a full house between Cooper and Pone alone. The 2 oppers, well, in this case, the opper and the rifler, pulling it off. Cooper with 3 very sharp shots, and Pone alone contributing with the rifle quite effectively. So there you go. Mythic's broken the goose egg. They're on the board. And it started with a nice opener from Cooper's op towards that B site. Then just posts up at Kaz. Like, I know they're going to try and peek eventually. They're going to try and gain some control here, and he's absolutely right. And finishes it off with a cool and crisp P250 shot to the dome of his opponents. So, looking at the money situation, actually not great at all for Phoenix here, Cole. 2 Tech 9s, 2 P250s, and a Galil purchased up. Still keeps them healthy, money-wise, but they're going to have to wait around before they can get full rifles again.
That's a credit to the Deagles doing some damage at least.
Yeah.
They don't get round wins, but they will get a chance to play up against some lesser weaponry as soon as they do. Truck Lover, though, swinging out towards the middle, lands some body shots, but can't complete the kill. J-Chance taking his timing. HE to blow open the smoke. It's a lovely headshot from Flom. Needs to hold down the line as he is a solo defense on this B site, and helped out now by Pone. Jumping down in towards CT, also punished by Cooper. And Flom holding his own on this B bomb site despite that deficit here. Is going to find the finishing touches at range with the MP9 to close things down here. Scoops up a rifle for himself and will handle business.
That's a nice round. Not too shabby at all from Mr. Flom. MP9 mid-range. Still quite effective, quite potent. We are seeing more MP7s now, but MP9 can still be used exceptionally well. And then he picks up the rifle at the end to take care of the last. So very well done. And that will make it a second round for Mythic. We'll be guns bought up now from Phoenix. Oh, we have a technical issue. We're going to need a timeout because Pwn alone is no longer in the server. Luckily for Mythic, no damage was done, so they're able to restart the round.
It's always nice. Good time to DC before things get a little bit awkward. We'll see if they can get back into the server here quickly. Hopefully those tech issues don't remain. Get excited to see this roster come into the mix here. Again, have Pwn alone back. Been seeing some of the conversation of those old party astronaut players getting back into the swing of things. Lager looking hot. They got DJ on that squad. He's back into, bigger conversations as well. Been doing some amazing work with that roster, so
yeah,
more to be excited about. And some of the older guard here getting back into the mix.
I'm really high on Lag right now. Like, in terms of a squad,
yeah.
I think they're going to make some huge strides in North America with the roster they put together. The pickup of Wolf, I already talked about it before, but that to me is like such a brilliant decision. And now like they can start to compete with the heavy hitters in North America. I think that's we already might have talked about it, Cole, but I feel like they're going to be heading for the top 5 in NA very, very soon. If not, if they're not already there in my mind.
I mean, that's absolutely a fair position after just closing out that revival series.
Yeah,
I'm right there with you. I'm super excited to see what they could bring into the mix. Feeling like they can capture a little bit of consistency, make their strides as a squad. And DJ obviously at the helm of that roster there, having the firepower to back it up. He's another one of those guys that I feel like was out of the conversation for a little while and he's clawed his way back up top and has had to do it the hard way, kind of. I mean, Pwn was on that Might roster with him for a little while, just kind of filling in every once in a while in advance, but finally being able to make the breakthrough here and find a roster that not only is, every once in a while being able to attend some of the tournaments with the bigger names, but is actually competing and vying for, control versus some of the best rosters. Cool to see.
For sure. Yeah, no doubt about it. I think we might be heading back into the server. I'm not entirely sure. Looks like it's only going to be a couple of minutes, though, before we jump back in. And there we go. No, this just replays. I got juked. Just watching the replays come through from that pistol round. I mean, look, not oftentimes you see a knife kill come through and you lose the round on pistol, but that's the case for Pwn. And I really think we've seen a couple of strong rounds from Mythic. Curious to see if they can kind of keep up the pace, especially since the guns will be out for Phoenix once we get back underway once more.
More proof need to come through here out of the Mythic squad when the rifles do come back out. Get things situated. I think Pwn right now having some FPS problems. What I understand, gotta get those frames per second.
You need the highest frames per second.
Yeah, I recently got a new PC. That's been nice. Been gaming on high FPS. I slowly noticed that my old computer was not really reacting nicely to the CS2 updates and such. So finally bit the bullet. Got a new PC. Now I get a nice cheeky 300 frames, and that's good enough for my 240.
Damn. What resolution are you running at?
1280 by 960.
Oh God. Okay.
Simple res, of course.
That's a way to play Counter-Strike, Cole.
Zaiwu res.
I can't do it.
You want me to give you a donk res?
I can't. I need native res, man. I can't run these like weird resolutions. I mean, it's not a weird resolution, let's be clear, but it's just not what I use on my monitor.
Just the resolution.
Yeah, it's just the
resolution is what it is. And that is the op shot right there from Cooper. Blinded up. Been doing good work here, finding a couple of opening picks now on both gun rounds, being able to provide it as soon as he gets it out. That's 2 in a row on rifle rounds.
It's not too shabby at all.
He's playing on.
Yeah, I don't.
I have an idea.
Probably the same one. 1280 by 960, folks. That's the res that you want to play on if you hate yourself. All right,
no, he's on native.
Is he really?
Yeah, I just checked.
Did you check his stream?
Yeah. No, I didn't check his stream, but that's actually a better idea because sometimes the Pro CS settings aren't set up. But there you go. There's a miss, and that might be because he's on 16 by 9.
No, 16 by 9 is like where it's at, man. Anyway, Valturok is going. Oh. Truck lover, okay. Nice little 2K. We got to watch him now. He's pulling this round back in his team's favor. Could even get a third. No! Valturok blindsides him with an AK bullet to the skull. Now Ponalo's trying to creep in from tons. Not even being watched. What a shot onto J-Chance. This should be done. Valturok, though! What a play! Oh, goodness me. A crazy sequence in the 1v2. Gets himself a quad kill. And it's 4-2 when it probably should be tied up at 3.
Wow. What a quick spin right there on a dime. Unbelievable work there out of Valturok, getting condensed in. That is not a post plant you want to find yourself on, especially with 18 HP, but there was no other options. It ends up getting leveled. There's that double up I've talked about. Coming through there.
The best in NA.
I'm going to be rocking that with Cooper. Definitely left a little bit to be desired in that last one. Had it wrapped up and could have continued to keep things rolling, keep the good times going. But stalled out by a Valturok gut punch there. See how they bounce back.
Flashbang gonna get tossed here. I say just go for the triple op here, Mythic. Like, let's see it. Let's see Flom on that op too. 1 minute left on the clock. Do you have Cooper fading back a little bit? Gonna toss the nade, okay. Collects a little bit of damage. Eventually, Phoenix are gonna move out. J-Chan's just waiting to throw the flashbang. It's gonna be good. Nice pop flash. Flom dodges it. They got a crossfire. Let's see if they can pull it off. Cooper falls. It's going to be problematic, and he does. And there goes Flom as well. Yeah, as soon as you take down the op in that situation, and Flom only having the MP9, and it was a pretty easy conversion. MDS getting Hyza. This round is pretty much over.
Phone alone. Gonna have to back out and save here. That late long duel, it felt like Mythic had a good read on the situation in terms of sticking players around, but end up getting pieced apart by the late take, and that's, I think, to the credit here of Protocol's utility usage that this Phoenix squad are able to bring to the table on a consistent basis. I mean, they have the protocols, they have the details nailed down to a T, for me at least, from what we've seen, and maybe a little bit more coordination with this given roster here as well. A little bit more comfort. You get to pick up where they left off and some of their successful runs, but really promising sign for them.
I think it's probably because they run 16 by 9. It's gets you better
That
utility
Mythic are
usage.
losing?
No, that Phoenix are winning. They're running. I don't actually.
I'm sure that could be the case. I've kind of realized that if you're a streamer that's playing the game consistently, 16 by 9 is probably the way to go. Just because, let's be real, it is a lot better to watch the game in 16 by 9.
It's a lot better to play the game too. Sorry, like I don't know.
For accuracy and for the best players, maybe it's easier to play on 1920 or 1980. What is it?
What are you?
1280
go
by
for here?
960.
There
sorry.
we go. Wasn't sure where you were going.
But when you're streaming to a couple thousand
dude.
people, you're gonna be wanting to rock on the 60 by 9. I bet you there's a large majority of 1280 by 960 players on this.
I don't doubt you, but it hurts my soul. That's all I'm gonna say.
It makes me so happy. It's just the truth.
Oh man,
Give it a try one day.
I don't know if I can.
We'll run some pugs. We can see how things go.
You know what? I might do it just for the sake of it, so we can experiment a little bit and see if it actually makes a difference. But anyway, Pwn alone making a difference here. Peeking towards top mid, headshot on J Chance, 4v3 in favor of Mythic. They've had a lot of man advantages, which is surprising because they only have 2 rounds on the board, and Truck Lover makes it a 4v2. He's alone on B, though. There's a cutoff coming in from the lower tunnels. Flom, here's the footsteps. Timing's perfect. There you go. Mythic secure a third.
On alone, just fighting through with the op there, facilitating a lot in the early stages to set in the hesitation and panic towards the later stages. And a little bit chaotic here, back and forth coming through out of this Mythic squad, and I would say high highs, maybe a little bit low lows in some of those rounds, but no big deal. Shaking things off and getting back into that double op setup. It's still a decent buy, though. Actually, a good one at that. J-Chance rocking an op out to the mix. 2 AKs to back it up. Cooper. Seen this angle once before. You've shown this hand. He's going to show it a little bit more aggressively here. Pressing in through upper tons, and that is just not something Voltarock anticipates.
MDS was trying to peek up from Cat, but an incendiary lands right at his feet, so he has to fade off for the time being, and maybe even permanently. He could try to go towards that B site. Instead, he does have a peek back in. It's actually MDS. And J-Chance wins the duel with Cooper. J-Chance not necessarily the one you'd expect to be winning that. There you go. Grabbing the op and making it work. Truck Lover under pressure at B. This is actually a good rotation from Phoenix, but Pwn alone takes care of both MDS and J-Chance. That'll take all the pressure off the mid from Truck Lover. He can focus on tons, and he gets himself another 2. Pwn and Truck are lighting up the scoreboard now. Pwn in the top with 11, Truck right behind him at 9.
Looking clean as ever with that op here for Pwn. Look at this multi towards mid, and Cooper been providing the openers on a consistent basis, but when you deal with one op, you got to deal with another. And both these oppers having a little bit of success here, backed up by Truck Lover and the sharpness. Gonna find themselves in a tech pause, unfortunately, but looking like they're building some confidence here. So it's not looking too hot for the Phoenix squad either. They are onto a deco.
Yeah, this has been more potent for Mythic than maybe we expected. So thought Phoenix would have a bit of a better time, and J-Chance started off well. It's just that Honest, who's usually really good, and his numbers, I believe, lead the squad. Yeah, he's got a 1.22 rating over 26 maps. To see him at 1 and 8 is a bit of a shocker. And there goes J-Chance right after Gabe falls. Again, like you mentioned, it's just a deco. There isn't much behind this, and the expected result would be a 5-5 scoreline.
Should be. I think they're just getting surprised here because we're seeing some, I wouldn't say fully atypical opening pass, but like Cooper, that angle on B tons that he's taking consistently is not really something you expect. And Mythic are not shying away from throwing punches at all, as you can see from Pwn. Oh! Who gets sidelined. He dropped his op, though, so not recoverable for Voltarok to pick up and use against them. Oh my god, though.
Dude,
there's
what?
a follow-up. That is disgusting work here. Anything extra? No. Well, I'm going to come in there. A couple of nasty screamers there, but at the end of the day, op still scooped up. 2 casualties taken. No big deal for the side of Mythic. They will call a timeout for the side of Phoenix. Try and slow down the momentum here of the squad.
Yeah, I think Honest might have disconnected. He may no longer be on the server. There he is. He's back. We're good. We're fine. Honestly, hasn't been really present at all in terms of the firepower either, unfortunately, here. As we were already highlighting, so I think they're going to need more out of him if they want to find victory against the Mythic squad that, you know, even still, even in their veteran years, can still be very potent. And Truck Lover? 4K? Maybe the ace?
They handed over that AUG, fully leveling them out. Voltarok not so interested in donating, but finding himself in a very peculiar spot once again, where he's alone. Hearing the footsteps, he gets jumped. The P250 will trade things out though fairly quickly. Mythic gonna claim a lead here now. Back up some of the early work being done.
Surprise.
49 looking for 1 extra here, and again, just trying to get some of these stars activated here like Honest.
I think the fact is Mythic like to play Nuke. It's one of their best maps, and it's always been very strong for them. So if they can get a win here on Dust 2, there's a very real possibility that they'll be able to pull off this series and eliminate Phoenix from this ECL Cup. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Final round of play in the first half. Jay Chance does get the opener here. On towards Ponalo. So he wins the duel against one of the Oppers. But he's still got another to worry about in Cooper. Gabe's waiting very patiently. That's such a good play. Just defaulting. Heiza gets aggressive, walks right into Gabe's crosshair. It's a freebie on the side of Phoenix, and now they have a 2-man edge.
It's a great position to be in here. Cooper, though, is that second op that they're always getting caught off guard by here. Cooper has a lot of responsibility on his shoulders, though, as there is no long lurk present. He doesn't know this. Maybe someone looking to make things a little bit easier for him, but for now, just going to focus up on long here. Gabe in transition. Doesn't get found out by Flom, and Cooper unable to connect on this fast swing from Voltarok here. Gabe finished off nonetheless. Honest sticking around here on the lurk is going to instantly dismiss Flom as he jumps forward. Truck Lover getting hunted down.
Okay.
Buys a little bit of extra time, but there's 2 ops that he has to get past here.
Do you believe in the lover of trucks? 1v2. AK acquired. Smoke tossed onto the site. And there he falls. Voltarok going to take care of business. We are all knotted up at 6 as we head to the break.
sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts.
All right, we're back here, all tied up at 6, even though it felt like Phoenix in the early goings were pretty strong. Mythic awoke due to the firepower of Ponalone, Cooper, and Truck Lover. They combined for a sizable amount of frags, as you can see on your screen. I think total comes out to 38 frags. Make that 39 frags combined. Wow.
Be able to do that here. Such a short time here, just a half. Impressive work, leading the charge, leading the pack, and J-Chance shuffling with utility. Okay. Well, just when you see it from his perspective, it feels like it's going to be too late. He doesn't get a chance to fire a shot off, and Honest eventually topples over. Bit of a awkward doors smoke is going to create some gaps, and that will be punished swiftly. MDS
Nice
tapping him out quickly. As you said, great flash setup there, and one of the players that we know we need to get involved a little bit more is Honest. He's able to show that up.
No, absolutely. And Voltorok with the flashbang, honestly supporting Honest. Honestly supporting Honest, sorry. Yeah, no, it was a fantastic flash. And you see Ponalone, honestly, with a great entry into that site, but eventually shut down, and MDS takes care of business with a couple of headshots at the end. So, Phoenix regained the lead. It's changed hands a couple of times. And you're seeing on the side of Mythic, they decide not to invest into the Forest Buy. They've got Flom on a hero scout, I suppose, if you want to call it that. And everyone else is ecoing.
You get the double scout going if necessary here. Tag doesn't land though to rattle off first things first. And a smoke. It's going to pull this T side in a different direction. At least for now. Fine for access. Gonna queue up to get up close and personal in this smoke. Here's J-Chance. A pretty awkward off angle. Now he gets the full swing. And only a bit of chip damage. MP7 scooped up by Heiza. And now this MDS rifle is getting run down. Double up. Scout tag facilitates even more access. No HEs in CT. Bomb plant coming through. 2 rifles now recovered. 2 guns, I should say. How do you close this one off in the post plant here? Flom continue to try and find strides with his scout. Weaponry trying to be scooped up and played out, but just having a tough time with some of the default pistols to seal the deal. And Truck Lover now needs to show up with this Deagle. His signature gun will not be wielded for very long here in the clutch. And they do recover.
Honestly surprising. I didn't think it was going to happen. But 8-6 in favor of Phoenix. Mythic were doing a phenomenal job getting to that site. Flom was getting some tags, and then the rest of the squad was bagging them. And here, like that's just absurd, because it's Glocks up against a rifle, and they're the ones that get the frag pretty much cleanly. It wasn't even the scout required to activate in that instance. So a little bit strange. Not the way that Phoenix drew it up, but they get the round victory. And will extend their lead back to 2. But here come the guns on the side of Mythic. One thing that surprises me is you look over on the side of Phoenix and you look at the scoreboard, like the frag totals on each side, and you wonder how Phoenix is the one that's got 8 rounds, right?
Yeah. Don't feel like there's been too terribly much saving from Mythic.
No.
Maybe that isn't the case here. Maybe they've been saving whenever they've taken some losses. Makes sense on the CT side. I guess in the early rounds,
It's probably that.
they were able to find kills and also hang on to guns.
Yeah.
Like a lot of those first 5 rounds were incredibly close, but it was technically, Phoenix closing them out. An opening pick here going in favor of Phoenix out of the gates. Up in Ponalone's hands. Trying to lead the charge through middle, but looking to join up with his teammates on catwalk here. It's the scout still trying to gain access, but J-Chance is not giving him a duel.
Yes, needs to be careful. Yep, there you go. There he falls. Ponalone going to take care of business. Moves in towards mid. Smoke landing into CT. Honest spotting out Flom and delivering him to the grave. 4v3 now. Not going to be great for Mythic. Yeah, they're bottled up in mid. And they are falling one after the other. Volterok 3K. He has been a monster for Phoenix. And he's got 17 frags so far.
Yeah, and trusted entirely with that B site defense. Helped out a little bit by some of the opening duels that he found, and then teammates covering off middle. But a very awkward kickoff there out of the gates. Trying to go all in is Cooper. And a quick play towards B will be broken down by the smoke, and unfortunately Ponalone, there's so much gas in the tank. He almost had another angle, but what a shot from J-Chance, man. Jump spotting his Flom. And will not live to tell the tale. Calls that no one's lower tons, but will bite the bullet in doing so.
So after an explosive first half from Mythic, things have fallen silent in the first 3, maybe even 4, depending on how this one plays out for them. This is technically just the eco round with a hero AK. Ponalone. AK-47 hydroponic skin. A classic.
Effectively, will it be utilized here when players jiggling out? Oh, might have missed the timing, and he certainly did. MDS gets the needle thread onto him, and it's a quick trade, instant out of Hyza. I like this discipline out of Cooper here, not fully committing on the long duel. He doesn't need to commit there as his teammates back him up. Now it's planted for long. Hyza continuing a bit of a revival here. Going to need to show up. They don't even know about Cooper. Unknown quantity here lurking about towards long is going to take an off angle and deal with the approach. This is a conversion here up against the 4v5 that J-Chance provided. Now an op scooped up. Rifles recovered in Mythic. So keen on the bounce back here. Never staying down for long.
Yeah, it's impressive. And we can't forget they've lost both pistols. And then they've been down 0-3 at the beginning of both halves. And yet they're still sitting only 2 back, and having won that first gun round makes things even more interesting. Not much money for Phoenix to invest with, and you see the result of that. Yes, you got 2 A1Ss in the AWP, but a 5.7 of Moss around it without much util, and wow, that's aggressive. Gabe goes out towards, it's Gabe actually that falls towards long, but the aggression I was talking about in towards lower tunnels, and that actually works out really well. They get 2 frags there. J-Chance flashed out. Mythic are not going to stop their advance. J-Chance misses his shot and will get mollied off, flashed out as well. So that leads to a bomb plant at the very least for Mythic, but they're still down a man.
Quick decisive plant here. Starting the timer early, and Ponalone activating as well. He's covering CT completely. Just confirms the information, and that flashbang allows for a cheeky little reposition. Oh no, Cooper though. Gave up his line. And he's starting to shift his focus away from long here. Might need to as his teammates have fallen. It's just going to be Flom trying to fight forward here. Time for the defuse to come through, and a very tricky 3v3, but one that they just can't coordinate their efforts on.
Full 10-second defusal goes through. They are fine. And there you have it. Or excuse me, was that a defusal to kit? Anyway, whatever, it doesn't matter. They got the defusal. 10-7 in favor of Phoenix. That is the type of stop that we didn't really get once Mythic found their rhythm in the first half from Phoenix. And now, well, they have enough money to invest again. 4 AKs on the op. Good chunk of util. If Phoenix can get another stop here, then they'll be good to go. If not, then I feel like we're going to go the distance, just the way this one has played out.
It's back and forth nature.
Yeah.
These head-to-heads. Gonna hang in there. Double HE's in towards the lower tons, but out towards long again. Making their strides. It's a press, though. Onto Truck Lover, getting constricted as his teammates work through. Well, I think that's a kind of a victory there for Truck Lover, all things considered, as they're already scaled up towards long, and while the attention's called over, they're going to take control of this A-bomb site. Though in the meantime, Honest threads in a nice pick to slow down the approach.
Mm, 4v3. Less than a minute left on the clock. Cooper. Ooh, tries to go for a flick. Doesn't connect on anything. Now a smoke is there. His teammates are falling. MDS looking for a follow-up, and it will be
Wow.
Voltrock and Honest to wipe the floor of Mythic. 11-7 in favor of Phoenix. Sure, you got the loss bonus building up here if you are Mythic, but is it enough to justify going for a buy-up? I don't think it is. This is likely just a hero AK for Truck Lover. And I feel like they're probably going to play for overtime, but we'll see. We got another tech pause coming through, so you have to wait a little bit longer before we find out.
A little bit of time for that decision, I guess. They will be able to handle the pressure. I mean, I feel like this long space should, in theory, be enough, but there's always just that one kill that uproots the situation. And for Mythic, need that killer instinct. It was provided by Ponalone in one of those post points, the one round that they got. Ponalone able to thread in some kills, and even Heiza, who's only stuck on 5, found the multi to open it up as well. So they still have some promise here, even though some of these players not able to fully deliver. And they're taking control. They're either getting close to the bomb plants or confirming them. But it feels just so chaotic in those like late round situations. And again, I think that's something you can start to nail down and talk about with a little bit more reps. But without that luxury, it can be a different story.
Ooh, and we just lost Heiza here. I'm going to go change my resolution in Counter-Strike. Hold on. I've got time. I checked chat here, and they told me, Cole, that 1280 by 960 is not the golden resolution. Apparently, it's 1920 by 1440.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, see?
What even is that?
Like, there you go. You think your 1280 by 960 is good? We've got chat saying that you are incorrect, sir.
Listen. Listen. Who do you think the greatest player to ever touch the game is?
How far back we going? We talking about right now, or
Sorry. Let's just say go, but in Counter-Strike, you can say as well. But I'll say go. Who do you think the best CS:GO player is?
Flom's pretty strong. Sorry. I'm sorry.
That was good.
Thank you. But who is it? Who do you think?
It's
like, what are we doing here?
It's simple.
Oh, it's simple. Okay.
Yeah. I'm still back in simple. I think that there's 2 players that could catch up with him. Zaiwu and it's Donk.
Okay.
Both I think I could see the potential to catch up with him. Why are they all using the same resolution? It's got to mean something. It's got to mean something.
It is weird. It's weird. I mean, obviously, like the lower you get in the resolution, the higher the frame rate. I think there's probably a correlation there.
That's true. That's actually a good point.
Man,
and
like,
a lot of these players,
yeah.
I don't know what the history is. I imagine, but if you're talking about like building from the ground up, when I first started playing the game, I needed every last little bit of frame that I could get, and so I was at one point playing on 600 by 400. I swear to God.
Oh my
On
god.
CS:GO. And then I think I upgraded to like I can't remember the 4:3 resolution that's above it, but I think I could get up to like 840 by like 680 or something. It was something weird like that. But you start out as a young player, maybe not without the greatest specs, depending on your situation.
Yeah, yeah.
And sometimes you just never really change your habits from that situation, even though the FPS situation has increased immensely, I'm sure, with these players. They're playing on like supercomputers now, I think.
Oh yeah. No, I was about to say the exact same thing. Actually, kind of read my mind. Like, you know, I was going to mention that. Look, when you're playing on those lower resolutions, then when you do have maybe you go somewhere with a lower NPC, you're able to play effectively because you're used to playing at the lower resolutions. So I mean, there's definitely an argument in that direction. But I don't think that's the only reason. Obviously, the models are bigger. You know, it's easier to aim. That's the argument anyway. But. I guess I have to try it for myself. Last time I was playing at a resolution like that was like CS 1.0 or 1.6 or something.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long time for me. A very, very long time. I was like 1024 by 768, I think, way back in the day. Yeah,
I used to rock on that.
like
Not a bad res.
Long time ago, Cole. A long time. I've been on the HD train for a while, so I don't know. But yeah, no, it was solid back in the day.
See, when I upgraded from like 1080 by whatever the other one is, I can't remember the numbers to be exact. I've just been on 1280 by whatever the golden resolution. I've been on that for a long time.
You're losing
the numbers
your
are
whole argument here if you can't remember the resolutions, Cole.
I'm just saying, when I upgraded to 1280, it was like I turned into HD.
Okay.
It felt like
that
the
jump.
picture, it almost felt like it was too good. Like I remember vividly like changing back off of it because I was like, this is too nice. I think I'm used to seeing just moving blobs on my screen as opposed to actual player models. That was my mindset.
I mean, like, how is it even enjoyable at that point? I don't.
Well,
I
now
don't
it's
know.
in HD. I have gotten used to it.
Okay, now it's HD, but still like
Yeah.
HD, quote unquote. Okay, what resolution do you think I'm playing at?
1920 by 1080.
No.
Or are you past that?
I'm past it. I'm beyond. I've elevated beyond this resolution. I'm running at 3840 by 2160.
Wait, repeat that one more time.
3840 by 2160. It's 4K. Yeah, I'm doing 4K Counter-Strike here.
Wow. So what hertz are you pulling with that?
144. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not bad.
So I've actually done this test with one of my buddies, just kind of a sneaky test, but I actually was surprised. I went like 7 for 10 on being able to tell the difference between 144 and 240.
Yeah, it's
And
hard.
I went
I can't believe you did that.
10 and 10 when doing it between 60 and 140.
Yeah, 60 and 140 is
But
like
it's-
obvious, but yeah.
It wasn't like a massive difference. I noticed it in like very fast-paced games, or like play when I was playing deathmatch more so. But yeah, it's not a bad shout here. This one maybe looking like a non-starter here until Cooper gets involved. We're back.
Yeah, we're
into
back.
the action here, and Cooper is making quick work of it as he sneaks out towards middle. He gets found out though by Honest, who's also there. Just a lot of players to deal with here on the side of Mythic. He's waiting out the smoke. Suffers the same fate, trying to push past it. Bomb still has a bomb, but it's heard running up in towards upper.
Hope you guys enjoyed our discussion about resolutions, our little podcast there. 12 to 7 for Phoenix. As we go into round number 20. You got guns for everyone, guns galore for Phoenix. And on the other side, Mythic, not as much. Not nearly as much. I've still been impressed by like Truck, Pone, and Cooper with the way they've played. It's just kind of a shame for them that that they haven't been able to really materialize, or hasn't been able to convert much of anything, excuse me, on this T side. Only one round so far. They do have the guns this time. Oh, that's a big miss from Cooper, and it costs him not only his life, but High's as well. Flom gets one, but that's all he finds. Immediately dropped by MDS afterwards. 4v2 for Phoenix. This one could be over.
Yeah, it feels like they've been netting themselves a lot of good situations that haven't been capitalized, and it just comes down to being able to bring in that cohesive unit. And the timing, not doing any favors. Shit opponent, he'll fall as he crawls up catwalk here, but Truck Lover trades it. J Chance on the scene. One more shot to finish the job. Truck Lover not going to be able to complete the clutch there. Nicely done by Phoenix. A very dominant turn of the half there. I know it feels a little bit drawn out with the tech pauses, but like you said, only a single victory in the round on that second half there for the side of Mythic leads to a quick work being done in the second for Phoenix. And a good showcase on their map pick. I still think things could be interesting heading into it if you continue to see Pone looking good, if you continue to see the impact out of Truck Lover, but Phoenix showing up here for this opening map.
I think I'd almost, we're going to go to Nuke next, but I think I'd almost give the edge back to Phoenix, really, because J Chance is there, and it's just like last time he was playing with them on Nuke, everything was really rolling along well, so I feel like he might be that secret ingredient to success on the map. I mean, we'll have to wait and see, but I remember him playing outside really, really potently, and just in general, it feels like Phoenix have this pace when things are going well. I want to make sure I emphasize that when things are going well for them on Nuke, they have a very nice pace. Their strategies look strong, and the rotations, not only rotations on CT side are strong, but even on T side, they are able to manipulate the map well.
Yeah, no doubt. I think that's kind of the trend that we've seen for Phoenix, and I'm happy to see J Chance come through and look super successful with the op, because this is when I think they've looked maybe their best on Nuke, and they got it back in the server. So I'm with you. I think those odds could swing a little bit more in their favor for sure. Be an interesting one. We hop into a quick break. We're going to be rolling back here soon with Nuke.
The day is ours and we seize it. Haters, man, they got reasons. Grab the moment, we freeze it. Go to the touch, all wanna rush. Follow your heart, homie, go where the love. Let it rain, let it flow, let it flood. Swimming in good vibrations. This is celebration, it's the liberation of everything we are. Every time you in the clouds, they gon' try to bring you down. Do not let it drop, go ahead and get it, get it, get it, get it. Every time you in the clouds, they gon' try to bring you down. Do not let them drop, go ahead and get it, get it, get it, get it. I'm all in, I'm here to receive it. No limits, got to believe it. Amen, I know that you feel it. From the ashes, rise like a phoenix. I'm all in, I'm here to receive it. No limits, got to believe it.
Somebody give me the key. I can run this town. Oh, oh, oh. I can run this town. No more doubt about me. I can run this town. Everybody, don't you know I got the key? Run this
Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes. And you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. You're the new MC, you got the remix. sound. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, yeah, you like it, the way you like it now. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, so good, so fresh. Get up on your feet. Show me you got soul. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown.
Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been tested so much, all these wrestlers nice. All these different situations that I've been through. I seen pain trying to creep in through the window, but now I'm sliding through the hood in a benzo. You gotta separate yourself just to elevate. I keep some drink in my cup to see through the hate. Sometimes on the road to glory, you gotta press the brakes. I got a lesson plan for all my past mistakes. I swear I'm proud of all my best and my worst days. Proud of all my feet when I touch the ground. Front of 8 at Beijing, man, ain't know the sound. I know I made mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me then, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. I'm faced with a lot of different choices these days. Do a rock and roll Lex account of Blueface. The whole world know my name off a mixtape. I still got the same brother since 6th grade. G-Wagon red seats, we on Biscayne. Trips to the Florida Keys, we imported these. Thanking God for the life he afforded me. All this jewelry on my body, I could light the hood. I need a brown skinned chick just like Megan Good. Holding up every promise that I ever made. Music in the background, it's a serenade. Been rapping 10 years, boy, this ain't a phase. I paid dues, paid rent, and I stayed the same. I had teardrops running down my face. I've been through a lot, I had real pain. But thank God, cause we really on a better days. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. What's a life without sacrifice? Sometimes you gotta thank God and just roll the dice. Pacino.
keep going till my speaker calm blows. I'll keep going till my speaker calm blows. I'll keep going till my speaker calm blows. I'll keep going till my till my speaker calm. I'll keep going till my speaker calm blows. 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 Till my speaker calm. I'll keep going till my speaker calm blows.
All right, we're back with some more ECL Season 51 Cup number 1. I am JRT, joined by Exner once more, and we're gearing up for the map you see on your screen right now. It's going to be some Nuke here, Cole.
Yeah, going to be an exciting one here on Nuke. Again, watched a decent takeover come through out of the side of Phoenix, able to sequence in a lot of success on that T side. Or CT side, and kind of shut things down despite Mythic's uprising, despite some of the good individual performance that we saw from players like Ponalon, from players like Cooper in the early stages, even looking at what Truck Lover was doing here. That deadly trio was getting them in on T side rounds, but not being able to complete those T side rounds, unfortunately.
I'm going to check out the MVP from that previous matchup, and it is Valterok. No surprise here. He was really popping off, especially towards the tail end there. 19 frags, an ADR of 98.8, along with 2 assists in the mix. But really, the ADR and the frags is the most impressive stat that he pulls through. I think his rating was fairly high as well, probably sitting around like the 1.2, 1.3 range, if I had to guess. But yeah, he was very much the key piece, and if you looked at the rest of the roster, they didn't necessarily do that much damage in terms of the kill category. So yeah, pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, you think about that 1v2 clutch that he got on the B bomb site as well. Definitely felt like it kind of chipped away at the mental there from Mythic. Could have given them more ground to work off of on that CT side as well. Sure up some of the foundation, but it wasn't just in that one clutch alone. It was finding consistency afterwards as well. That brought in a lot of success into the mix. So excited to see him continue to play good. Got to see Honest later down the line towards that defense start to also find some ground underneath them as well. So it feels like everyone on Phoenix coming to play is exactly what they need to do to continue this run throughout the lower bracket.
I mean, we're looking at Mythic here. We know they're a stream team. We know that they're not necessarily practicing and trying to grind it out at the same level as Phoenix is. But do we still see a path to victory for them here on Nuke? Like, is there still potential for them to get this?
I feel like maybe no, in terms of we got some of the heights there out of players that I think could still bring in the frags on a consistent basis. Just too chaotic, I think. It's just really hard to manage there in those late rounds. It felt like there were so many good situations. We saw it in the kill department as well. Mythic had a lot of frags in that last round. It was just, the constant breakdowns and the 3v5, some of which are understandable because they didn't have the best weaponry. But if you can just play with a little bit more poise and maybe a little less huggy in those late rounds, I think there's a chance, but I think that's not what we're seeing today. And unfortunately, I think that's going to be too tall a task to, figure out here in between the break.
And I kind of agree with you. And I feel like if we get that structured Phoenix squad that we saw when they played NRG, that Mythic is going to stand very little chance of finding success. Like, that was one of the most impressive nukes I'd seen them play ever, and it's a shame that it's kind of fallen off a little bit as of late, but J-Chan's playing here today might be a recipe for success. We'll have to see once we get into the server. Still waiting to jump into the action here, folks, but I think it'll just be a couple of minutes. I think everyone's just getting ready to lock and load with some Counter-Strike here. Again, if you missed it, Phoenix up 1-0, really dominating on Dust 2 in that second half. 13-7 was the end result, and that's after a 6-6 tied scoreline going into that half of action.
Yeah, just a takeover on that T side that they were able to manufacture and didn't really leave any room for recovery. It was even, again, pulling through on those retakes when necessary, seeing J-Chan consistently fire up with the op. Those are all things you're going to look forward to seeing here in this next map as well for them. We'll see if they can bring it to the tables. We're ready to hop into Nuke. It's a bit of pressure put onto this Mythic camp, no doubt about it. We'll see if they're able to rise to the occasion here. They're going to start on that T side, though, and that gives over a defensive start to this force of Phoenix.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to go for Mythic. We do have a player slipping through into Secret, and Cooper getting the opener on Honest. Already a promising start for the Mythic side. MDS, he's going to have to fade back. He's in trouble. Doesn't fade back. In fact, goes up to the top of the ramp. That may have been a mistake. No. He's lucky Mythic don't get aggressive and chase him down because he was very much on notice.
It's one of those plays where it's feeling like you could get towards A and full upside. Opponent alone diving out of the heavens is able to catch one off guard, but the bomb's on the floor outside of Squeaky. It's 4 guns versus 1. Opponent alone jumping out of the heavens here. Gabe? Is the door closed? I don't think they blew it open, and yeah, it is. And maybe a pathway down to the vents here. Sneaks the bomb. Goes down the vents looking for an extra kill before things get situated, though.
Pone?
And they're still waiting here for what, though, Pone? Going and peeking forward. They're wondering why they're not chasing, but just too much discipline out of this Phoenix camp.
He will get a bomb plant here. So that's good news for the money of Mythic. Can Pone clutch it out? He is going to have to live up to his namesake here. In the 1v2, Gabe, his toes get tickled, and then he's finished off by Pone, who hits the headshot as well. He indeed does. Pone alone. 1-0 in favor of Mythic off of his 3K.
Well, there you go. Having to deal with the chaotic mid-rounds that were coming through right there. But if there's one thing we know, is that Pone alone has come through, warmed up and ready to play here in this series, and he shows it. A 1v2 clutch. He's playing up against full dual Berettas right there. 2 sets of them. Ready to shut them down. And in fact, he walks away the winner. Maybe a force buy responded on here for the CT side, but a statement start that we'll look to capture here.
Force buys out for Phoenix. It's good for Mythic to, I think, get their first pistol, right? Yeah, that was their first pistol round victory of the series so far. Felt like it was leaning the other direction, but no. Well done from Pone alone, the man himself. Most recent addition to this Mythic squad has been proven to be quite potent under many circumstances. It's gone towards a career in streaming, and I mean, he's, he had a prolific career on Party Astronauts. He did a great job. E.G. White at one point. I really enjoyed watching him, and he's earned his retirement, let's say. Streamer retirement while still playing.
Still getting those reps and getting a touch of that competitive feeling that I'm sure he's missing. Continuing to provide here is the defense on this A side. Broken apart. Struck lever. That's able to shut down the retake effort here already. Honest. Follow in the footsteps of his fallen squad. And Voltarok shows up, but not going to be able to show up for much more there. Nice reposition from Heiza. We'll make sure that this one is going to be a safe call. 2 in a row should very likely get that 3-0 start.
Probably. Voltarok should save the AK. I never really know with the bomb on Nuke. Yeah, he's fine. It's usually the B sites that's a little harder to read. But either way, Voltarok keeps the AK, so I know you said likely going to be a victory for Mythic, but I think that rifle adds a bit of a wrench to that. We'll see if it actually can activate or it's put in the right spot. But yeah, this is the start that Mythic were hoping for after really, really struggling to get much of anything on their T side of Dust 2.
See with this AK involved, they can cause any commotion. Still a pretty aggressive stance back. It's pistol and armors again. Keep up that intensity here as they pressure on the ramp side. Good counter smoke from Voltarok. Can allow for this defense to stay shifty and identify more information. Honest. Peering his head around the corner. Gets taken down low. At least able to survive that exchange.
Probably throw that AK to a teammate at this point. He's going to stick with it. J-Chance, can he hit this? He has had a couple of cracks at it, but on top of Marshmallow, Pone alone, not phased at all. Throws the nade, actually. Nice arm on that toss. Molotov for credit card, and there goes J-Chance falling by the wayside. Secret under the control of Mythic.
Things down. It's MDS only standing in resistance here. There's also Voltarok. Oh boy, a multi-kill. Could maybe go back up the vents here. Truck Lover, though, committed. Sticking in the digits on the B side instead. Looking to tap out some more headshots. The 3 players alive are low. Headshots are not coming out just yet, but there's a timing that just gets threaded in here. Gabe, I'm going to stick the defuse. Protection has to come through for a 10-second stick, and Heiza sets the disruption, and it is another follow-up frag from Gabe. Now the protection can come through. You can stick it. They know where Heiza is. Voltarok on low HP is able to lock down the frag, and they should win it versus some of the lacking investment, but they won't. It'll be stolen away here by Voltarok's 3K and Gabe on the multi himself.
1 AK. That's all it takes. One rifle sometimes is what gets that victory. So well done on the side of Phoenix. They get that first on the scoreboard in a round where it wasn't expected. And you see Mythic, they're like, well, our money's a little weird. Maybe we should buy up and force this and try to make it work. I think they're debating it right now, but no, they sent it, as they should, right? You're going to get 2 AKs, 2 Galils. Sure, Truck settles for a Deagle, but he can really do well with it. We already saw that on Dust 2 on a few occasions. And here he goes again towards outside. Honest. Expecting a push. Spams the smoke a little bit. Not rewarded with much of anything because no one's there for Mythic. Little bit of nade damage onto Flom and Truck Lover. J-Chance gets the spot and the frag onto Flom. Flash tossed. He's under a bit of pressure, so he needs to fall back. His teammates are getting ready to support him, though. as it looks like Mythic have a path into B, and they absolutely will. Voltrock going to be tested again. Oh, J-Chance is another one on a player that was still top ramp.
Oh, the corner goes overlooked. It's a cheeky little off angle there from Voltrock, one that Mythic are wishing they could have back. But easy pickings for Voltrock to close things down. J-Chance doing a great job here. Let's see some of the work he was able to do, not only collecting that opening pick, but, you know, diving back for more, not wanting to fully concede this ramp control, making it a lot easier for Voltrock to find that multi and avoid the trades. He continues to look great, though, today. Another good performance, this time a lot more explosive, already 8-1 out of the gates. Oh, hello. Nice shot from J-Chance. But a quick dismissal out of Cooper, and now he wants an op here for himself.
That's not going
to take it in towards heaven. It's, again, these blocks that do way more damage than they ever should here. More connections coming through. Truck Lover and his Deagle can always win around here. See if that's given to him here as he repositions. Falls away. He has the bomb, so you can definitely rethink this.
It's so expensive for Phoenix, though. I mean, the Glock and the Deagle doing the damage. Glock in particular. It's Heiza with 2 from it. And Truck Lover's gone. They doubled up on the push in towards Hut. Not a bad idea to play the buddy system as you're going for an info play. And that'll take care of it. So Phoenix, after starting down 2-0, have 3 unanswered round victories. The rifles will be back up for Mythic into this round. It'll be AKs for everyone. Util won't be full, but they're hoping that the firepower can help them get themselves another round.
And all things considered here, the best way to lose on a clock eco. He had no business finding that amount of damage, and the op doesn't get scooped up either here, it's honest. Put on notice here towards the outer yard, but he's still going to fire up for the multi here. Pone alone and Cooper trying to press him down and overwhelm him, but he holds true. J-Chance, oh, he's aware. Someone called out. Someone got down the vents here. J-Chance keeps his attention turned every which way. This is crazy timing from him. And Flom is going to be the one to bite the bullet. That is so infuriating that he just got routed like that.
Oh, goodness. Voltrock watching and waiting. Heiza and Truck Lover. Truck Lover's been really good throughout the series, but he will fall there. Heiza manages to get one, but he pays the price in terms of damage. Down to 14 points of health. And he will fall down to dirt into the pool of coolant there, as the bomb will be defused. And Phoenix continue their round win streak, extending it to 4.
That's got to be bad for your health, I think.
I think the death from the bullets is bad for your health, too. You know, just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that is the bigger problem. Man.
Yeah.
You gotta focus on the bigger picture. That is also true.
Oh, man.
Off exit there. At least they get the bomb plant scooped up. That's something to note. But the start of the round so severe from Honest. You know, first things first. It feels like a bit of a backbreaker. We keep the pressure on though. Heiza with the hero rifle this time around. Outer yard smoke's going down again. And hey, they get down with 2, maybe 3 players. And there's no rotate. Oh no, there is. There is a rotate, but it's a little desperate out of Gabe.
Yeah, this is
a
not
little
great.
late here.
Yeah.
And it's too condensed. Those Tech Nines do what they do best.
It's going to have to be J-Chance and Voltrock doing the work, but in fact, it's Honest who managed to get one before he dies. This is wild. Just a quick play into secret that works out.
Go up the vents here. Oh, the bomb's done on B. So they do have to commit towards the lower side. That's why. I was wondering why they just didn't make the call after hearing the footsteps rattle off up and around here.
When they could go back now, but of course they're not going to. They stick the plant. They're on the site.
Oh,
Oh,
my
nice
God.
shot from J-Chance. He just starts pre-firing around the corner, and Heiza walks into it. MDS looking to join him here from ramp. This is very winnable now for the side of Phoenix. Truck Lover and Pwn alone don't necessarily have the utility at all to make this work. MDS gets the headshot on the Pwn alone. Truck Lover goes to his trusty Deagle. Hits the first. Can he get the second? Oh, no, he can't. The Fusel came through anyway. J Chance pulls out the USP. Sidearm does the trick. 3K for him. And that's 5 in a row for Phoenix, even though it looked good for Mythic.
I just kind of feel for how some of these rounds are playing out. It just got to be frustrating here. Another prime opportunity. 3v2. Post plant. One little over peak there that J Chance capitalizes on. You're trying to jiggle, and like you said, it's a free fire. He's shooting at air until someone walks into the bullet. It's a bit of a tough in, but it's more of a trend here from Mythic that remains a little bit true here. Can't close it out in those posts. It's led to the detriment on this T side. Voltarock smoking things out. HE to blow it open. Isa doesn't want to commit, and to be fair, I wouldn't really want to peek into Honest either.
Gabe taking care of Pwn alone. 3 players huddled up for Mythic in towards lobby. Smoke gonna get tossed here, and as it was blooming, Gabe spotted out Cooper and does a little bit of damage towards him. They're really putting pressure on. They're condensing the map, making it difficult for Mythic to do much of anything, and yeah, the bodies continue to drop here. J Chance, another one. Hyza's position now known. It's a 1v5 that turns into a 1v4. Flashbang tossed. They know they have the edge, just have to work together and ensure a trade will come through. Hyza's trying to get something more done, and he does get another one. Squeaks that through before Honest puts the killing blow forward. 6-2 in favor of Phoenix.
And more dominant start to the round, but it ends up being a little bit dicey. Once again, still get the job done though for the CT side, and the money is somewhat being built. Bringing that foundation underneath them. I feel like every time we look at the economy here of the Mythic camp, somewhat disjointed, some on Tech 9, some on lacking util, not always having the big purchases that you'd like to bring into the table. It's going to be a tack pause into a tech, though. Now 6 rounds in a row for the CT side. Just took them 1 to lift off, and they haven't really looked back. No matter if the round comes down to the wire, if it's a little dicey, or if it's dominant. Keep finding ways to win.
Yeah, I just have to wait for this tech pause to be sorted out. I'm not sure where the issue lies. Everyone's still on the server. Any information as to what might be going on? Okay, it's just a camera issue. We'll get it sorted soon. That won't take long. Probably a couple of minutes here, folks. But, I have a question for you, Cole. How do you feel about Train no longer being in the map pool? It's been a little while now. Do you miss it?
I don't.
Really?
I don't really have this nostalgia to Train that much because I've never been a massive fan of it.
Okay.
I always, have had my ups and downs with that map, but I just really love Anubis, to be honest with you. I never had a problem with that map. Always thought it was fun to watch. I thought it was fun to cast, and I like the mid change that they did. I don't see it enough though right now. I think teams are still kind of avoiding it at the moment, which is a little bit disappointing. Even in some of the honestly, I've seen tier 1 teams play a lot more than tier 2 teams. Watching CCTs and some of the Revival Cups and ECL, Anubis has been avoided by a lot of the tier 2 squads.
Interestingly,
is surprising.
I've actually seen it a lot.
Yeah?
I'm on the other side. Yeah, in Europe, I guess just the teams that I'm watching.
Yeah, maybe it's a team related thing.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised that I haven't been seeing it more.
I think I've gotten it at least 5 times over the last couple of weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, it's I agree with you. I missed it. I didn't realize I missed it until I started casting it. I was like, oh, Anubis is fun. Like this is a great map, and the changes actually make it a lot more dynamic and interesting. And I'm actually just, I think we were casting it the other day, or maybe it was someone else. But either way, like it's the CT side is starting to adapt to the changes made to the map, and I think that's when it's going to get interesting, and we're going to start seeing, maybe the T-sidedness of it change as the meta adapts to the new modifications made to the map. So for me, I'm happy Anubis is there. I miss Train. I would love to see, one of Inferno or Mirage taken out, because they've been around
for
Inferno.
Yeah. I guess I shouldn't contextualize how I feel about Train with the fact that I like to see Anubis coming in. To contextualize it, that I didn't like Train in Tier 2 because the T sides were so bad. And it made for, I would just be frank, from like a casting point of view and perspective, it felt like the team that started on CT side first was going to win, and if they didn't get a good CT side, which was kind of rare, they would lose, and you could kind of see it coming from a mile away.
I think that's part of the reason why it was removed. I think they were felt like, perhaps, or Valve felt like the changes they made would reduce the CT sidedness of Train, but it didn't. It still was like the same kind of result, even with like some slight differences to the way the Ivy approach was and the way the A site was structured, and to the point where you almost felt like you wanted it to go back to the original Train, like in terms of map layout, because nothing really changed other than it feeling more secluded when you went to Ivy. Like that Ivy approach really wasn't fun for the T side, and didn't help mitigate the CT sidedness of the map. Anyway, that's how I feel about it.
It felt like that was a very underutilized part of the map, but I never really saw many teams develop it. I mean, again, I think Fury was one of the best teams at using that, where they would be able to like kind of sneak a wall of smokes almost to snake in there, which made for some fun gameplay. And obviously they're in the tier 1 space, so that was partially what I mean when you watch the best players play on Train. It can be an aim brawl, it can be fun to watch, but in tier 2 the defense was just so dominant.
Yeah, I agree.
And also I think it's interesting, I feel like it was very lightly played in Premiere and stuff like that. And I know Valve based a lot of their map changes off of non-competitive play as well.
That's fair. I'd like to see some new maps. I think Mythic would like to see another map too, the way things are going right now. Maybe Nuke wasn't the best choice for them. Losing the body through the smoke. Truck lever falls. And now the approach begins through to the B site. I mean, everyone went to secret except for Flom, who's lurking around towards that A site. But this is a lot of space gained from Mythic. Valtark's waiting on upper B, so he could be a thorn in their side. But yeah.
Yeah, a lot of responsibility on his shoulders, but I like the crawl here. They've got a molly to block off visual. They don't have the smoke to back it up. They're walking out. I think hoping that the follow-up frag, and Flom should be going down here. Flom's still on his board. Now. His teammates, though, is going to force him to speed it up if he now needs to go jump on the play. Gonna crawl down the vents. MDS covering the double doors here. Bomb is planted for Astrala, so that's where it's gonna have to head. Smoke on top of that bomb. Gonna be a full stick on the 5 seconds here in the footsteps here. Not gonna be able to protect. He will find himself a kill, but that's about it. And a nice retake coming through ahead of the Phoenix squad.
There's only so much Flom could do in that situation. As mentioned, he was the lurk. He slips down the vents, very silent about his approach because he kind of has to be. He doesn't want them to know that he's far from the site, but eventually they realize no one's home. And once that smoke goes down, it just feels like curtains for him. He opens the door and all the crosshairs flick in his direction. So there you have it. Tactical timeout called by Mythic to talk things over. But as it stands, despite an interesting early start, 2 rounds at the beginning of the half, it's been 7 in a row since then for Phoenix, who have dominated since the gun rounds have started.
Yeah, bring those weapons out there. Constantly able to best them. Again, you can see that I think while the setup is promising, you can see they get to the point where every team that has the reps and practice is going to have that molly and smoke combo to then set up aggressive duels. And you can even see the flash come through out of Pwn, but you got to be able to more easily clear out space on B, and they have to do it by just sending Cooper in as a sacrifice, I think, essentially. And it's a nice trade, but some of those details that break down when you don't have the reps, you use all your utility that you have available a little too early. Speaking of which,
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah.
Very little utility on this T side. Going to make the cross. Almost make it a little too early, but still make the breakthrough here. And Honest goes 1 for 1. Calls it. There's a lot more around the corner, and the defense going to react accordingly.
Yeah, there's going to be some quick rotations here. You already have Voltrock waiting over in Cubby. Pwn lone, breaking the glass.
He's got the smoke and molly this time.
I think so, yeah. I think he wants to throw the molly for Cubby. No, he didn't. That was for ramp. So Voltrock's position still kind of safe. Oh, no, they're not really clearing this at all. Voltrock gets a freebie. Pwn alone does jump down, and Cooper supports him. So we got a 3v2 for Mythic. Maybe a third round can come through. That nade almost finishes off Pwn by itself, but Gay backs into Heiza's crosshair. It is all up to MDS.
Hasn't been asked a lot here in this map. But could he deliver a clutch in a 1v3? Can afford to try for some late diffuses here. It's going to be Pwn that's going to have to hightail it out of this round. Cooper. Here in the molly there, and the door swinging open is the alarm bells. As the bomb will go off here. Cooper trying to make the escape. Finds his way into safety. Pwn is on 3 HP, though. He will not be so fortunate. That bomb blast, so deadly. But at least it's breaking the dry spell here for them.
Absolutely. Yeah, at least get another round on the board. That B bomb is unforgiving in the damage output that it puts out when it explodes. And it will be 11th round of play. I mean, 3 rounds T-side's okay. I think that 4th is kind of a necessity for Mythic at this stage. And we already know that this Phoenix squad can be very good on their T-side. So I don't know how much is left here for Mythic if they're not able to win another round in this half. That is a nice nade, by the way, as I'm talking. Thrown by Voltrock. The MVP of the previous map, and right now, the MVP of the current one. Ooh, nice shot from Cooper. MDS punished.
Nice injury right there. Voltrock, though, he's just constantly threatening, never standing still. Backs are turned, handed over. One quick one offered up, and Cooper also falls. So his man advantage going to be equalized by the active positioning here from Voltrock. Outer yard's fully controlled by the J-Chance off here. Pwn alone going to peek into duos. Swinging for the fences, though. Do they want to continue to commit? That's both players on A spotted and one towards the outer yard. So they speed it up towards the one place that is open. And it's a smart reaction here. Oh, wow.
Ooh, that's through the wall. Pwn alone lucky to be alive, honestly. Truck Lover should get the bomb planted. But no, he doesn't.
Okay.
Not yet.
Oh.
Truck Lover! Truck Lover! 1v3 clutch perhaps! Nade goes out! J-Chance does get away from it! Truck Lover sticking the plant. A 4th round here would be a coup for Mythic, and Truck Lover delivers! Highlight reel play for him as they get a 4th.
Wow. I mean, Truck Lover turning up the heat there, and that's actually around that. Kind of breaks the back in the bank as well. A huge victory there. Truck Lover, I mean, just in perfect sequence. They're dicing up these fights. Being able to seal things up here. It's going to be the double auto shotties to try and come down. Deliver another round here for the defense, but a couple of big-time clutches for Mythic are giving them a T side. It's well worth it.
I'm shocked that Truck wins that. And I mean, looking at the buy-up now for Phoenix in this last round, they got 2 auto shotties. All right, I guess you can make it work on top of HUD, but where's the other one? Well, they're dead. MDS tried to get aggressive into lobby, and Flom was ready to punish. 5v4 just like that. And I mean, 5 rounds T-side for Mythic is actually going to be really quite solid, given the way this one was trending. It was 7-2. Jeez.
7 rounds in a row. Into 2 to try and cap things off, and I don't really see a pathway forward here with Heaven Control and an A-bomb plant coming through as well. He's up against a 5-7. That AK has a lot more firepower to break through. J-Chance climbing up the ladder. It's a good way to answer back here. And it will find the connection on the ladder.
What?
AK to be scooped up. Honest will follow it up as well. They're still in the man up. Flashes go down here, dropping into the site. It's J-Chance trying to make something happen, but his AK will hit the floor, and so will Volta Rock. It's a clean close for Mythic in the end, giving themselves a little bit more ground to work off of.
And we're back here, ready to go with the second half of action. A resurgence for Mythic. They got the first 2 and the last 3 of that first half to close the gap to 2 and switch over to their CT side, which of course will likely yield them more success, but we've seen a lot of good things from this Phoenix squad on their T side. So even though things get a little rough for them towards the end of that first half, I still think that they've got a lot to show us here on Nuke.
Collision here. It's going to be an absolute brawl in the early stages, and it's the dualies that get instantly taken down. Trying to take a fight towards the ramp side, and a pistol to start them off would be a nice way to continue the conversation and get back on track there. As you said, 3 rounds in a row offered up by Mythic. But pistol cleanly converted with no hesitation there. Punishing the aggression, no kills given over, and I think a decision going to be made here probably to avoid the force buy. I feel like you can go for it if you get a couple frags, but if not, yeah, they're getting the Zeus's out here instead.
See if it works out. But honestly, I love that 3-man setup, 4-man setup, even into trophy. Really punishing as Mythic tried to get aggressive. They walked into what was the spider's web, and the fangs sunk in. So, Flom, as you mentioned, does have that Zeus truck lover as well. Not a bad spot for it, but truck, it doesn't work out for him. Flom is getting mollied up, so probably dead too. And there he falls, burning to an itty-bitty crisp. It is a 5v2. This round's pretty much done.
Yeah, not getting what they're after here. Interesting to see Heiza with a double flash. Maybe he had some plans for it that got changed up as he got taken down to 1 HP, but Speed Flash is going to hit the floor. And a 9th round going to be captured fairly comfortably here as we get into the guns. Issues with those 3rd round buys that come through a little bit less frequently nowadays is that when you get into it, as you can see, there's going to be less utility. There's going to be no op present, especially when you don't really get the kills to back it up. So that's going to create some problems here on this opening gun round here of sorts. And you know, for a map like Nuke, you want to have as much utility. Break open those smokes, deny information, deny crosses down secret. Not always a luxury you can afford.
I mean, this is why we see the force buys come through so frequently nowadays in MR12, just because it makes more sense in the long run to try and take the chance with a force buy, and we've seen those types of rounds swing, you know, the way of the CTs after they lose pistol, versus having this, which is, as you already mentioned, a kind of a mixed buy-up without having an op in play. Not the best. We'll see how Mythic handles it, though. Certainly workable at the very least. Heiz is waiting on top of Hut, and here come Phoenix charging in towards this A site. A team kill, and then they lose another one. Pwn alone finding MDS. This is not going well at all for Phoenix. They're left with only Voltarok in a 1v3. The crosshairs are watching and waiting, and that is it. A blunder by Phoenix, and it turns out that Mythic made the right call by going for the eco and then the buy.
Yeah, getting those guns out as soon as possible here, and a off spawn call, decisive towards that A side. Try and throw that out of yard smoke, but Cooper's already in towards heaven when that play comes through, and as you said, a bit of a team kill there. Slows down the pace of aggression to the point of a stall. Allows for that extra help to get involved. Guns recovered here. A lot more stability now in this buy here. Most importantly, all of the utility you could ask for. Crossing fast towards that outer yard. I think they noticed in that last round there was no secret rotate with the cross smokes. Trying to get into a position where they can make moves quickly. MDS going to fly into a secret, trying to abuse that space. This is where Pwn alone can get involved, though. Made a good rotation down secret.
Phoenix, slowly but surely going for outside control. Oh, there's a player blue box here and need to be careful. And they are. Gabe does deal with Cooper. Pwn alone. What's happening here? Yeah, he's burning in a Molotov. He's gone. Flom tries to come around and get a trade. He won't. Truck Lover does, but that's only one and done for him. 3v1 as a result for Phoenix. Heiza spamming away with the MP7, but all he can do is damage. Honest gets the last 10-6 in favor of Phoenix.
Quick punch back by Phoenix there. Down into a trading Pwn alone out 1-for-1. I guess his mission accomplished for MDS, and it's Mythic that are in a big time reaction here to the aggression that is being thrown at them. They're all rotating quickly. They're making the decisive moves. I don't mind that at all. They don't really have the fight to back it up. Space taken is too deadly. trades from this team remain strong, like we have seen when they played some of the best, and it's going to be another thing you have to deal with here right now on this defense here, is how they work this map control.
Yeah, this is looking like an A approach here for Phoenix. They do throw the wall of smokes outside, but I feel like that's just a diversion at this point. A couple of players are lurking in that vicinity, though. I think it's, like I said, I believe it's just to throw the util and try to attract Mythic players in that direction. That is indeed the case. Truck Lover waiting in ramp. We'll have support from Cooper. Well, this is actually not that bad for Mythic if they can hit their shots. Cooper gets taken down to 7 HP, though. I think he... yeah, he connects actually through 2 bodies, but it's not good for a kill on either of them.
Oh, look at the heavy rotation, though, down the ramp. They're already in heaven.
Yeah, they can just go A, though.
If the play goes towards A, and what you will, it's going to be hard to recover from here, having to take an approach towards Secret now. Keeping a player posted up and towards heaven. Well, I'm going to go down and still could hold on to 2 guns is what Mythic are looking to do now instead. They're trying to keep their firepower up. As Phoenix keep the pressure on. Flom that can find... Oh my god, I thought he was going to find that AK right there, but J-Chance is just too sharp. Oh, not as clean though on the Pwn. But denies at least the MP9 upgrading. Everyone else is going to fade away here. 2 saved rifles.
That's a really good read from Phoenix, though. They take the ramp control. They could have gone straight to B, but I guess they got some information. Not sure if they're lurk.
Maybe killed Cooper and saw the rotate down as well, right? That's maybe all the information they need.
Exactly. And after that, they go right into the A site from heaven. Everyone from Mythic went all in towards B, and that was not the play. So by that point, it was already over. There's Cooper. I mean, what a shame for him. If that's a little bit higher, he gets a headshot and a kill and then damage as well. But not to be. 11-6 in favor of Phoenix. They need 2 more rounds, and this one is done.
No tack pause here. Called out because the position that Mythic are in is force buys for the remainder. Scrapping together some sort of purchase here in some form or fashion. Going to be the mission here for this CT side. I think the lack of weaponry definitely being felt in some of these rounds as well. Let's see, you know, Scout coming through there. If that's an op collateral, we might be talking about a different story. Just don't have the money to bring that out at this pace in the half. Things will rattle on continuously until we see Mythic stabilize or bleed out.
At this point, I'm not sure stabilization is even an option, really. They're just forcing to the finish line, it feels like. We'll see. Heiza is an MP7 representative. I really do feel like it's a laser beam now. Like, there's a real argument to go to the MP7 over the MP9, which is nice, that there are other options. Either way. 1:15 left on the clock. And I would have liked to see Mythic challenge more into lobby, because Phoenix has gained this control repeatedly. They're able to chill out, you know, take their time, set up their plays, make decisions, and Mythic haven't really been disrupting at all. They do get a little more aggressive towards that red box outside, though. Cooper's in that position.
Second volley of smokes here. They tried to stick a rifle and a couple MP9s aggressive towards that outer yard. Claim some positioning here, but Cooper now have to get caught on the timing, and DS will punish. Opening duel here. As a slow default continues here, they're going to speed it up big time in towards B. Diving down the vents on the rotate here. Truck Lover in between the execute, trying to throw it in some aggression. Oh my god, it's instant on the dismissal, but Pwn is holding up to the post on this B-bomb site. Being able to find a couple of frags here, needing another trade on this laser beam, but it's Gabe's AK. That will reign supreme, and it's Flom. Loud and proud here, being heard towards this outer yard. He's going to need a massive clutch here if he wants a chance. And again, this information completely being donated over to Voltarok. And the off angle is going to catch Flom off guard. 6-12. Now a round away from closing things down.
Voltarok coming into this series over the last 3 months, 0.98 rating. You know, he had his good maps every once in a while, but and we know that his ceiling is quite high. But to see it come through consistently, 2 maps in a row and 20 plus frags, 21 here, and you know, I can't remember his exact total of the previous map, but it was very good. Oh, excuse me, it wasn't 20, it was 19. I remember now. So he's got 40 over 2 maps. It's good to see. It's a great sign for this Phoenix squad.
Yeah, and again, it was some impressive performances from the full team on land. I feel like Voltarok really and Honest got to show their stuff as a duo. Which, you know, the rating maybe not shot up, but every time I watch him, I'm seeing him play really good, and I'm thinking, well, how does that rating still stay the same? The eye test definitely proves otherwise. I'm with you here, but it's another example of what he can bring to the table here, dominating the competition. Opening duel on the Flom. He got spammed down through the smoke.
Yeah, Mythic are just... I don't know how much success you're going to find just holding the sights up against a squad like Phoenix that, once they get comfortable on their T side, can really put the hurt on.
Ooh. Trying to peek forward. There's the big primary taken down. Pone alone trying to thread in a little bit of success before the play comes through. There's a lot of help here still on this A-bomb site, but it slowly gets dwindled away. The trades are effective and efficient, as we know so well. Truck Lover gonna need another 1v3 clutch. Had one in the first half, but this time with just his Deagle in hand. Gifts opened up here. Nade gonna come through. What just happened? How did Gabe do that?
I don't know. I don't know.
He was with a nade out, looking at heaven, and he shot his teammate.
Can we see him?
I need to see it. I don't know what happened there.
I need to go watch
That's
that
crazy.
again, dude. Yeah,
I don't even know how that's like physically possible.
Well, I mean, one way or another. I mean, TK or not, they win the map. We have to go back and watch that, folks. You guys are going to see it and maybe tell us what happened. But 13-6 in favor of Phoenix. They have eliminated Mythic from the ECL Cup in Season 51. ECL Cup number 1, excuse me, in Season 51. And we're actually going to see the replay. That's fantastic. Let's bring that up.
See this again, yeah.
So what happened? I don't... Dude, what? He just turns on him. But why?
Is that BM? I don't know if that's a genuine accident.
I don't know.
If he's like just nervous and a little shaky as the game comes down to the wire, or if he's just having a ball. And he says he wants the last frag.
It just genuine nervousness, because maybe he thought the player somehow got around, even though he was like engaging with him in heaven. I don't know. Like he forgot there was only one player left. Maybe. It's very, very weird for that to come through. Just turns on him on a dime. Like, nice shot, I guess, but it's your teammate.
Good stuff right there, I guess. Yeah, at least if there was a player flanking Hut, there would have been a chance, but ends up being the end of the story here for Mythic, as we see Phoenix's story continue throughout this lower bracket campaign. This is a team that can definitely do some damage. I wouldn't say it was perfect today, and I think they struggled up against some of the firepower, some of the best pieces, like Pone alone being able to sequence in these big multi-kills, Truck Lover with a couple of clutches. But they shook it all off, and they showed their fundamentals are incredibly sound, as we have seen over and over again.
Yeah, no question. No question at all. Phoenix, they move on. I mean, J Chance, I guess, going to be playing with them for the remainder of this tournament. It wouldn't be necessarily a shocker to me, because like we already talked about, I feel like J Chance is a solid piece of this squad, fragging wise. So, you know, he showed it again here and helped contribute under key moments. But Voltrock was really the story. Like, he was the one who was able to shine with that rifle. Anyway, that's going to wrap things up for today here, folks. We are going to sign off. Be back tomorrow with some more North American ECL Season 51 action. But for now, we bid you adieu.
J Chance not giving up a duel on the to just delay here. Voltrock already past the point of the 10 seconds. Knife split between the Opper. This player coming up the site here. Flashbang going
From Tons not even being watched. What a shot onto J Chance. This should be done. They got a crossfire. Let's see if they can pull it off. Cooper falls. It's going to be problematic. And under pressure at B. This is actually a good rotation. That'll take all the pressure off the mid from.
but like Cooper on punches.
Even in their veteran years can still be very potent. And Truck Lover.
And here on the lurk is going to instantly dismiss Flom as he jumps forward. Pours smoke. Is going to create some.
Now, not going to be great for Mythic. Yeah, they're bottled up in mid. And they're
No quantity here. Lurking about towards long is going to take an off angle and deal with the.
in the 1v2 cave. His toes get tickled, and then he's finished off by one on a player that was still top ramp.
All scooped up either here, it's honest. But on notice here towards the outer yard.
No, but of course they're not going to. They stick. I'd like to see some positions still kind of safe. Oh no, they're not really playing this at all. Voltrock gets a
Constantly threatening, never standing still. Backs are turned, handed over. One quick one.
cover, sticking the plant. A fourth round here would be a coup.
Brawl in the early stages, and it's
Good for him. Flom is getting mollied out. So, probably happening here. Yeah, he's burning in a Molotov. He's gone. Flom tries to come around and get a.
Gifts all opened up here. Nade gonna come through. What?
What?
What just happened? How did Gabe do that?
Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been tested so much, all these wrestlers nice. All these different situations that I've been through. I seen pain trying to creep in through the window, but now I'm sliding through the hood in a benzo. You gotta separate yourself just to elevate. I keep some drink in my cup to see through the hate. Sometimes on the road to glory, you gotta press the brakes. I got a lesson plan for all my past mistakes. I swear I'm proud of all my best and my worst days. Proud of all my feet when I touch the ground. Front of 8 at Beijing, man, ain't know the sound. I know I made mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me then, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. I'm faced with a lot of different choices these days. Do a rock and roll Lex account of Blueface. The whole world know my name off a mixtape. I still got the same brothers since 6th grade. G-Wagon red seats, we on Biscayne. Trips to the Florida Keys, we imported these. Thanking God for the life he afforded me. All this jewelry on my body, I could like the hood. I need a brown skinned chick just like Megan Good. Holding up every promise that I ever made. Music in the background, it's a serenade. Been rapping 10 years, boy, this ain't a phase. I paid dues, paid rent, and I stayed the same. I had teardrops running down my face. I've been through a lot, I had real pain. But thank God, cause we really on a better days. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. What's a life without sacrifice? Sometimes you gotta thank God and just roll the dice. Pacino.